Well, well, good to see you again, Gomez. It's been a while since, I don't know, 2011, 2012, was it? It's FEZ, you guys. FEZ on an iPhone or iPad if you prefer. And my word, it's nice to see this game again because look at the clever things that it does with the perspectives and the swiping and lovely. Right, so you may know this game because it got quite a lot of press attention back when it was originally released because of Indie Game the Movie, which featured Phil Fish, the designer of the game, and he talked quite candidly about the issues that he'd experienced trying to get the game to market and how long it took to develop and everything. And in the end, there was a sequel planned for the game which got cancelled because he was basically just catching loads of negativity from it. And frankly, it's a real shame because this game was a bit of a gem. People consider it one of those kind of indie darling things, but it really was very clever because it took the idea of a classic 16-bit 2D platformer and then added this additional layer of complexity to it, which I've already kind of shown you here by being able to move the screen and the world, move the buildings in it around a central axis. So I can swipe 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I'm back to where I started again. And so this 3D building is then flattened out into a 2D plane, and that creates a really interesting environment to navigate and a way to solve problems because you create platforms where perhaps there weren't. So if I move this here, that stairway's gone. But I can bring it back over here. There we go, run over there. I can swipe now. You see it creates a completely different... I'm still connected to that platform. See how that works? It's mad, isn't it? It's a lovely thing to get your head around and it's a lovely way to try and solve puzzles and deal with the space that you're in. Get up there, Gomez. Let's head into this building and see what we can find. What we're really interested when it comes to the mobile version is how the controls stand up, of course, and they've used touchscreen controls, floating joypads essentially. So you're up, down, left, right, and your interaction. So I can jump and I can punch, which is the action button, or I can talk to people. Equally, I can just swipe around this room, see if there's anything else in here. Anything else good? Oh, it's the back end of a little camera. That's nice. That's cool. But I don't think there's anything of particular interest, so let's get out of here. Now, I'm swiping the screen to move the environment around. That's possibly the best concession to mobile. That feels really, really natural, and is something I think you use shoulder buttons on the console versions, which also works really well. But it just feels perfectly at home. I can just swipe the screen and boom, it whizzes around. That's great. What's less great, perhaps, is, little jump buttons on the right-hand side of the screen. A little bit fiddly, a little bit more awkward to press. Oh, I've got one of the blocks. Fantastic. If you haven't played before, I'm trying to collect these little cubes, all of which add up to one great big giant cube. I need to complete that to get out of the area. Also, do excuse me if I sound a little bit less coherent. I'm dead ill at the minute. I'm running the winter lurgy sore throat thing, so apologies. I've been off, that's why there hasn't been any videos up recently, but I'll get there. I had to jump back into the studio to bring you FEZ because I thought this was really cool to see this on mobile. I'm interested to see how Phil Fish feels about this, to be honest with you, because I don't know I presume all the rights still belong to him, and he's the one who okayed this and thinks it's a good idea, because I could see him being opinionated about how, hey, this won't work on mobile, or mobile controls will suck, or something like that. See what I mean? I can't jump to that top platform, which I want to get to, but when I swipe, it flattens out onto a 2D plane, and I can now jump onto this bit. How cool is that? There you go, another cube to add to the multi-cube. Hey, duck. It's not a duck, is it? It's a little seagull. I can't talk to him, he ran away. What a boring seagull. Let's jump over here. Now, it's a tricky game, and it's one that requires a great deal of patience and mapping in your own head. You have to do a lot of backtracking, you have to hop between different worlds, you have to really, really remember where you've been, where certain doors are, where the portals take you, and it can be punishing. It's not an easy game to get on with, and it's not one that really leads you by the hand. And that's what a lot of people liked about it, because it demands that little bit more from you than a lot of games do, and you either get on with that or you don't. Like, you might like it, you might not. I was quite charmed by it. I didn't finish it, I'll admit, but I did find it impressive. Let's get down here. I can see another block down there, so just hold down. Oh! Whew. That's not good. I think... Oh, no. Don't do that. It'll just die again. All I'm trying to do is kind of drop down. Yeah, down on the action. Down on the fist button will drop down. That's good to know. We got another one there. Lovely. We're going to be doing a review of this over on Pocket Gamer, a full review. I just wanted to show you the basic mechanics of how the game works and how it feels at first play anyway on touchscreen. And I am fairly comfortable with it. I do feel that the jump stuff could be a little bigger. I'd like the jump button to be a bit bigger because I do find myself missing it. I'm sure I'll get used to it as I play, just because, you know, I'm not used to playing it on this platform. But it works, and that amazing Disaster Piece soundtrack is there, which was it's fantastic. And if you haven't had a chance to play it, for whatever reason, now is your chance, because it's a cracking game, and there's a lot to be found. There's a lot of reward to be gained from playing this and paying attention. So, keep your eyes peeled for the official review when it goes live, and in the meantime, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.